We're now going to do a Bacardi cocktail, which is not only a fantastic drink and fantastically simple to make, but also one of only two cocktails that I'm aware of that are actually governed by the law. The Dark and Stormy must be made with Gosling's rum if it's called a Dark and Stormy, and the Bacardi cocktail, it was ruined by the New York State Supreme Court in 1936, must be made with Bacardi rum. This is because during Prohibition, Cuba, where Bacardi was based in those days, was the closest place that many Americans could go for a drink. They went down and drank this Bacardi cocktail, which is quite simply a classic daiquiri with a splash of Grenadine, though Grenadine in those days was more of a pomegranate syrup than a Grenadine flavoring that we have now. They came back to New York, asked the bartenders for Bacardi cocktails, and the Bacardi's bartenders, being unscrupulous, would make it with just about any rum. But it's a classic daiquiri, sweetened and colored, with just a hint of Grenadine. Served straight up, of course, the daiquiri transmogrified into a blended drink long after it was first invented. So, of course, Bacardi, Carta Blanca. Decent hit of that. Then, fresh lime juice. The daiquiri was first invented by Constante Ribalagua at a bar called El Floridito, and the key to it was to add just the lime juice, none of the oils, none of the bitter pith. So we're hand squeezing our limes in there. We're then going to, of course, balance this up with a little bit of sugar and the Grenadine aspect to it as well, or the pomegranate syrup. So go a little bit easy on the sugar. This will add the sweetness and also just a little bit of a rosy pink coloration to it. You can always add more. You can't take it away. You want to shake it to chill it and mix it, but also to give it some life. I think it was Harry Craddock who said you should drink a cocktail while it's still laughing at you. Oh, fantastic. You've got the tang from the limes, smoothness of that crisp Cuban-style rum, a little bit of coloration that comes through from the Grenadine. We're going to strain that, and then just garnish it with a simple lime wedge. So here we have the Bacardi cocktail, one of only two cocktails that I'm aware of, and hey, I know a fair amount about cocktails. The recipe is actually governed by law and not just by taste. Though, of course, if they like it sweeter or pinker, a little bit more of the quality Grenadine. The Bacardi cocktail.